Hi guys, Shaz here, back with another Survival 46 recap. Today we're talking about episode 11. If you're ready, grab your buffs and let's chat. Show you my dog's dirty face. Where has she been? Leia, where have you been? So, in the last episode, we saw Liz break down over a burger. I'm pissed! Ria pulled a blindside and Tiffany went home with an idol in her pocket.
I should have played my idol.
Tribe are back at camp and Kenzie is feeling on the outs because she didn't know about the Tiff blindside.
I would have voted with y'all.
And besides being left out of the vote, she was actually the one who planted the idea with Medea and Charlie. But now Medea will get the credit for that blindside.
Now somebody else is getting the credit.
Medea is planning her end game.
We could have our final five right here.
And those five are Q, Charlie, Ben, Liz, and of course Medea. She is high off the Tiff blindside,
This vote was my idea.
which she is taking all the credit for.
It was just like the sweetest feast I've ever had.
Oh my goodness, she even has a villainous laugh. And her confidence knows no bounds.
I could do this again. Let's do it again.
Venus, who was also left out of the vote against Tiff, is seeing the positive side to it all though.
We got rid of big competition, and Maria put a huge target on our back.
Day 20 at Nui, and Kenzie is still not over the blind side, but they realize that Tiffany's idol will be back in play. So Maria makes sure that her bulldog keeps a close watch on Kenzie. But Q wants the idol for himself.
I did have to find the idol before Kenzie.
Pretty soon, everyone is out hunting for the idol.
It's a necessity at this point.
But who finds it? Well done, Venus. Charlie and Medea are having a bit of a catch-up, and Charlie wants to chat about Q. As much as Charlie has been working with Medea from the start, he can see that Q is in Medea's pocket.
And I want him out of the game.
So for the first time, it looks as though Charlie may want to play a different game to Medea. Liz, on the other hand, sees Medea for the threat she is, so she wants to make a move on Medea.
She's the kingpin.
She is telling Kenzie all about the conversation of the top 5.
So like the Sega 3, you and Q.
So Liz and Kenzie are up for a Medea blindside,
Maria, she gotta go.
Yeah, no, she's got to go.
and Venus is in. But because they're only 3, they need to pull another vote in so that they have the majority. But Venus, well,
I can pull in a fourth number.
and her target is
That's probably what's best for my game right now.
day 21.
Come on in.
And time for the immunity challenge.
Once again, immunity is back up for grabs.
In this challenge, they will need to balance a ball on a pole and go through an obstacle course. And once they are through the first set of obstacles, they'll add more sections to their pole and have to carry the ball over a balance beam. Once they're over the balance beam, they'll need to maneuver 2 balls through a track, dropping them into little baskets along the way. First person to drop both their balls, of course, wins immunity, but ooh, there's more.
Also playing for reward.
And today's reward is...
Pizza delivery.
And there's even a gluten-free option for Liz.
Free.
So let's get it on.
Survivors ready. Go.
Ben and Medea get through the first set of obstacles first, followed by Venus and Charlie. Onto the balance beams, and Charlie scoots ahead, and he's the first one to the track while the others are still struggling across. Kenzie gets there next, and she's followed by Medea, Liz, and Q. Medea has a very determined look on her face, and she's not going to be distracted. She wants immunity. And she drops her first ball. She has to get that second ball all the way through that track. Venus is the second person to drop her first ball, followed by Charlie. Then Q gets into it, followed by Liz, Kenzie and Ben, so at this point it's anyone's game. Medea and Venus, though, are neck and neck. Medea drops, opening the door for Venus. Venus gets to the end of the track again.
Venus drop.
Oh, so close. Venus gets there a third time, but Medea is right behind her. Can she do it this time?
Just has to drop it in that net.
No, but what about Medea? Yes, you can. So Maria wins her second individual immunity and pizza. As always, it's a reward challenge, which means Maria has some choices to make.
Choose one person to join you.
So, of course, we're reminded of the last reward challenge, which Q won, and where Liz had her epic breakdown.
Liz has been eating some rice.
But the others are suffering too.
He's completely depleted.
There's also some thought to be given for reciprocity.
You took me on the reward last time, and so I feel like I need to take him.
So, after some deliberation, Maria's first pick is...
I think I'm gonna pick Ben.
We're not done.
You're gonna bring one more person with you.
And then Maria does this.
All right, Venus, Liz, and Q, make your case.
What the fork? Who goes first?
I've lost weight.
This from Q, who just had the huge Applebee's reward, right? Then we get Liz.
I mean, I still haven't pooped in 3 weeks.
And Venus decides to take the higher ground.
I think whatever decision you make is completely fine, Maria. You shouldn't feel guilty.
So after a super pregnant pause, Mother Maria says,
Liz and Q, rock, paper, scissors.
excuse me, what? Just like that, Mother Maria's little pocket prince wins, and the mood is just weird. Like, there's no clapping, there's no celebrating for those guys. It's just super strange. And Kenzie makes a really good point.
If you just want to take Q because he's your number one, just say that.
So the ones who weren't worthy of Mother Maria's grace are back at camp and they're having a good old gossip.
When she said, Venus, make your case, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna beg, you know?
She said, I'm just trying to judge it on whose body's breaking down.
I know.
And I am here for it. Who doesn't love a good bit of gossip, right?
When she said rock, paper, scissors, I was like, oh, it's gonna be Liz and Venus.
Fuck
He's
this
been
guy.
to like 3 rewards now.
Anyway, needless to say, Mother Maria's choices and behavior has created some resentment amongst those four.
We're pissed.
So as we know, Liz, Kenzie, and Venus have been contemplating the Mother Maria vote, but now that she has won immunity, it's time for Plan B.
But what are we doing tonight, Q?
And at this point, Liz has taken all her filters off.
He's evil and self-centered and selfish.
Tell us how you really feel about him.
Who's Maria's number 1?
Is there just plucking on stamps? So it looks like the pizza losers are all aligned. Tonight they're voting for Q. But what's happening with Mother Maria and her subjects? They're having a little bit of a gossip too.
Liz pierced me with her eyes.
Yo, Liz does have rice.
Kenzie just ate.
So did Q. Mother Maria is looking quite satisfied. She's the cat that got the cream.
I shouldn't have went on that reward.
He shouldn't be on this reward.
I just ate.
He works on my last nerve. Decides that the old Sega 3 and himself should align and they should get Venus out. Q basically doesn't get along with Venus. To be fair, who does?
The negative vibes have been a bit much.
And because she almost won at that immunity challenge, they feel like she's a bit of a challenge threat as well. But remember, Venus has an idol. This could be interesting. The pizza winners get back to camp.
It was tense.
Q pulls Charlie aside to tell him the Venus plan.
Real plan is Venus.
Okay.
Girls, though, are not that chatty. Mother Maria is feeling so bad and Liz is feeling salty.
We're all like, wow. I just can't stand Q, and I just don't know why you would want to make him happy.
Maria is so pained. There was just no way to win in that moment. Mother Maria takes Liz off for a little chat. Liz is explaining that, she just couldn't understand that Mother Maria decided to take Q on that reward.
The only people that are talking to me are Sega people and Q.
But Mother Maria just really wanted to get Liz on side for the Venus vote.
That's why I come to you, because it's like, I liked working with you for Tevin.
Kenzie goes off to check in again with Charlie.
The girls are doing Q.
Yeah, I
and
know.
we need your vote.
And Charlie's kind of, yeah, I know. Q's the vote.
I want a final 4 that doesn't have Q or Maria in it.
He has a chat with Venus, and girlfriend is feeling super cocky with that idol in her pocket.
You don't have to worry about it now. Us Final Four is locked in.
She's hinting to Charlie, she has a few things up his sleeve, and he's trying to find out, do you have an advantage? Do you have an idol?
That, to me, is a red flag.
Where she's playing it all coy with Charlie. Oh, maybe I have an advantage. Maybe I don't. We'll see. I really don't know why she even brought it up. Ben talks about the fact that he wants Q out and and Venus can go next. Not because she's a threat though.
She's just creating more and more chaos.
And Charlie's just confused. Does he vote with the pizza winners or does he vote with the pizza losers? He goes off to have a chat with Kenzie.
I just think it's foolish to not take out the biggest threat in the game while they're vulnerable.
But eventually he seeks the counsel of Mother Maria.
So it's Venus, right?
Charlie, though, is acutely aware that Maria and Q are working together and that to work with them could taint his own image. So it's a little bit tricky for him.
I might be public enemy number 1.
Night 21 and time for tribal. So, of course, Jeff starts us off by talking about the challenge and the fact that anyone could have won, and then talks about how long Maria took to make a decision on who to take on the reward, and basically asks her, what gives.
Am I fueling my competition? How do I make this decision? And I had to give Q a chance.
Since then pipes up as well.
Put on this farce to ultimately choose the most well-fed, fittest guy here. Kind of felt cruel,
An act and a farce. That was the hardest decision I had to make today.
It's all in there to defend Mother Maria. Venus had won, she wouldn't have taken Maria, she wouldn't have taken me. No, of course not. Asks Charlie what his opinion is on the whole matter.
No decision in Survivor weighs as much as who we are voting out.
Nice deflection there, Charlie. Jeff then steers the conversation to blindsides because let's face it, everyone on the jury right now has been a victim of one. They're talking about how it's so difficult to be on the wrong side of the vote and then have to go back the next day and sort of work with these people who lied to you. It's about how vocal she's been. And Jeff kind of pushes her. Well, what have you been vocal about?
About Q! In my head, Maria wants to play with Hugh.
Venus talks about how she was also not part of the TIFF vote and she doesn't trust anyone. And Q starts a little fight with her about how nobody wants to work with her.
Because they didn't trust you.
Then brings up a really interesting point about how a crew might get together to vote one way at one tribal, but then a completely different crew might get together to vote another way at the next one.
And it's been this constant shift.
Then
Time to vote.
we know that Mother Maria, Ben, and Q are voting for Venus, but will the others vote for Q? And can we take a moment to appreciate how divine Tiff looks? Wow.
If anybody has an advantage or an idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
So will Venus play her idol? No, just as an aside, these guys do understand how idols work, right? Because nobody seems to want to play them. Anyway, on to the votes. First vote.
Q,
Second vote.
Venus,
Third vote.
Kenzie,
Wait, what? Kenzie. Kenzie. Anyway, fourth vote.
Venus,
Fifth vote.
Venus. That's 3 votes Venus.
And then...
12th person voted out, the 5th member of our jury.
Why are these guys not playing their idols?
Venus, the tribe has spoken.
Bye, Venus. But wait, who voted for Kenzie? Oh my goodness, me. Anyway, guys, as always, let me know what you thought about this episode. Please comment below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and please give my channel a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks to all of you who have done that already. And until next time, stay awesome. Love you lots. Bye.